So here we are in the Olympic Stadium in Munich, home to the 1972 Olympic Games, and we're doing our qualifying highlights a bit differently today. We're going to do it boulder by boulder. We're going to show you every boulder being topped. We've been joined by a random German who's helped us out, and to talk us through men's Group A, we've got Yuval Schemmler, fresh from the lead season. Yuval, welcome. Let's check out these boulders. First up, men's A number 1, tricky slab, and Rustam Gelmanov in action.
Yeah, really tricky slab. I mean, the first hole you had nothing in there, and then you need to jump with your feet and hand to a hole. Then you need to jump to another good sloper, and then at the last part you have 2 really hard mentals, and just get to the last hold. There is also nothing in there.
Men's 2, very different.
It was very different. You had bad pinches and hard, powerful moves. The last part was hard heel hooks, just more technical than the start, and it was a really hard problem. Yeah.
And men's 3, that's Mikael Marwem not succeeding. Jeremy Bonder got a bit closer.
Yeah, it was a really hard boulder. I think not a lot of guys topped it. It was powerful and technical. You had these big volumes. You just needed to place your feet really good on them to maybe make it more of a slab. And then the last hold was really bad, and you just needed to maybe sit on the last volume and match it. This fourth one was a bit easier than the other one. You had pretty straightforward start with crimps, then a hard jump to an edge with your feet up on the wall, and then the last move was really hard. A lot of guys struggled with it. You had to maybe smear high on the wall and just get into this under edge pinchy thing. You can see the match is really hard. This last one was again really powerful. You had a really bad sloper to the left hand, and then you need to explode to these 2 maybe better holds. And the last move was pretty hard because you had a smear, not really a good feet hold, and just match the tough last hold.
To discuss the men's Group B boulders, just run into Alex Kazanov. Got a pretty nice place to sit here above the Munich Stadium. Let's have a look at the boulders. Boulder 1, powerful one.
Yeah, it's a nice boulder to start with. For sure, as an athlete, sometimes as an athlete you get a slab for the first boulder, which can get you really nervous. But this boulder, you just go and explode, something powerful, big holds, really fun one. And Vezi's making a really light work of it in the video. Really nice to see.
So this is Dave Barron's on number 2, another powerful one.
Number 2 is the pure power. Every comp we have this really powerful one, just purely physical, and this is one. This is probably the hardest boulder of the group in terms of grades, and also by the number of people who topped it. It's the hardest one.
Number 3, really technical looking slab and a tricky start.
It's a technical slab for sure, but it's also diverse. I mean, you see here you go and then you jump up and then you need to mental. I think it's a good slab. It's a combination of a lot of skills you need to have when you're climbing something technical. And the top part is also really hard, and you have to be really slow and really precise in what you do. I think it's nice to have the slab as a third boulder, so you're already into the zone of the comp and you have your head right and you can kind of more be ready for it.
And there's Jan Hoyer, been working on his slab technique, and gets his reward. So number 4, Manuel Cornu.
Number four is pretty the funnest one for me. I really enjoy climbing it, and I think most people enjoy climbing it. It's also nice. It's half technical, half powerful. Then number five is this pure crimpy one, face technical. Yeah, it's also a good set of boulders in my opinion.
Alex, thank you very much for your help. Unfortunately, not enough for a semi-final for you, but we are seeing you in Arco giving lead a go.
Oh yeah, it will be fun. First time in years, so no expectations, but for sure, have fun.
So evening has arrived here in Munich. I'm joined by Alex Puccio and Fanny Gibert. Fanny, you're first. We're going to talk through the A boulders, starting with number 1, the slab.
This one starts with a little skate on the right, and the last move was the hardest one with the crimping. The higher part of the hole was possible to crimp it and to match. This was the hardest move. The number 2 was more powerful, like very big move on good holes, but it was overhanging and a lot of heel hook. There was different beta to do it, but there was a very difficult last move to go on the big volumes. The third one was more about open hand holds and balance to move well on volumes and go 100% without hesitation. The matching on the last hole was difficult.
Up next, the world champion Petra Klingler, number 4.
The number 4 was a dyno on some crimps, but the tricky part was the first position to start the dyno. And then the last part was more easy, more basical on crimps and a good jug on the end. And the last one, it was difficult to move and find the balance to move every hand. And there was a lot of different beta with toe hook, heel hook, and I think there was 1,000 beta to do this one. The last one was about to mantle on the left hand and crimp the last hold, and then go pretty fast on the last hold, which was really good.
Alex, you're up next. B boulders.
Yep, that's me. So on boulder 1, the big red slopey holds, I don't think I did the beta quite correctly, but I had a slip up in the middle where it was tricky with your right foot. You had to make sure it didn't slip off going to the last crimp, which is a little worse than I thought it was going to be. And then you jump to the last hold, which is a glory jug. So if you fall out of that thing, you deserve it. Boulder 2 was more powerful. I think Boulder A had almost the exact same boulder, Group A. It was slopey with a bunch of big bumps. I think there's a few different ways where you can make the moves a little bit smaller, but I usually don't like to do that method. So go big or go home. And then the last move, actually, I almost slipped out of it. You have to get really far back into the sloper to get the juggy part of it. So if you don't, it's kind of tricky. Boulder 3 took me a while to get the run across. That is a really tricky move. And then it got impossible, I thought. I don't understand how people matched the finish hold. There was nothing there. The sloper, the bonus hold, was really bad. Barely stuck that. The next hold is even worse. And then I thought maybe the finish would be even better, but the finish was horrendous. So, yeah. And then Boulder 4, a very awkward jump with no hands. Something you never get outside. So particularly I'm not very good at that. But yeah, I think once you get to the crimps, it's going to be like more of a basic boulder, which I was hoping that I'd get to. I never got to it. But the jump was really awkward because you had to jump with no hands. The last boulder, the 5th one, actually was pretty cool. There's like a little run, I don't know if you call it a run across, but a little hop across, and you have to stab your foot out when you get the bonus, which is lots of fun. And then I remember when I was going up it that I had like 20 seconds left when I got bonus. I thought the last part would be easy, and it actually was a little bit hard on these tiny little like I think you call it like thumber clings or something. And then you go to the finish hold, which was really good.
So Alex, thank you for your help. We don't see you in as many World Cups as we'd like. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
I'm excited, and hopefully it's colder, and yeah, hopefully everyone does well with no injuries.
15 degrees colder, I believe, so conditions should be good, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Don't forget, for full results from today's qualifiers, you can go to the IFSC website, and we'll see you tomorrow for the semis.